Manchester United have lost, which probably puts Manchester United out of the Champions League, barring probably the shock of probably ever for Manchester United, to be honest. We are not going through. And I mean, Manchester United haven't been battered black and blue like I expected tonight. I thought we would completely get outplayed and lose about 2 or 3-0. It hasn't happened tonight. And yeah, we were at home, so that did help. And I mean, playing away from home in the Champions League against any top team is difficult away from home. It really is. And we've seen teams that haven't been able to batter teams. And Manchester United are a team nearer the top of the Premier League. So I mean, Barcelona don't come up against teams as good as this every week, because the level of teams they play in the Spanish league are probably nowhere near at the level of the Premier League sides. Now, saying that, Manchester United haven't done enough for me to get in this game. I mean, some people are going to say there's positives of Fred having good games, and maybe with Tomine, and Ashley Young was dog shit. And the fact that we've had I mean, you look at that back line, to think that it's almost contained Barcelona, considering it's been an own goal that has actually won the game, is absolutely laughable, to be honest, because to me, this team that Manchester United put out should not even be competing with Barcelona. I mean, this Manchester United team is a mockery of Manchester United teams of yesteryear. It really is. There is nothing good to say about this squad of players that Manchester United have come up with in recent years. I mean, this is an absolute dreadful team that Manchester United have, and it's going to, for any manager that comes to Manchester United, whether Solskjaer reaches 6 months in the job, but I highly doubt he will reach much more than that, because this team will just let him down, even if he is the dog's bollocks and is a good manager, which I'm not too sure if he is. But even if he was, this team would let him down. There's no way this team's going to succeed. And to be honest, I'm not even angry about this result, because I was thoroughly expecting a 2 or 3-0 defeat, to be honest. I know Manchester United are going out this Champions League. We're nowhere near good enough to get any further. But the only saving grace is if we do go out, maybe we can try and get back in the Champions League for next season, which I don't think is going to happen either, to be honest. I think the season will just peter out now, and Manchester United will finish the season in 6th position, and that is thoroughly deserved from Manchester United. We thoroughly deserve to go out the Champions League this season. We will when we go out, and we will thoroughly deserve to win nothing and finish 6th. This season has been an absolute disastrous season, the worst season I've ever known as a Manchester United fan in my young years of watching Manchester United. We've never ever had a season as bad as this. Even I think this season has become even worse than under David Moyes, because at least under David Moyes I had the optimism of the fact that he was going and we were going to bring in a new manager, and things did get a bit better in that first season under Louis van Gaal. But I just can't see any positives for Manchester United going forward, even though I'm fair. To be honest, the fact that Manchester United have stooped so low is that I'm content with the fact that we've only lost 1-0 to Barcelona. And yes, Barcelona are a quality side, but I don't think they've played nowhere near good enough this evening to put Manchester United aside, and it's taken that one goal that's nicked in off Luke Shaw to get the job done for Barcelona. But I know people are saying that Barcelona's defensive areas are where Manchester United could really get at them, but do Manchester United really have the levels of forwards that are going to go out there and put a lot of goals past a Barcelona side that keep the ball so well? And we to be honest, we just don't have the level of forwards that are required to be at the top of European football. I mean, Marcus Rashford and Romelu Lukaku, and certainly Anthony Martial is just not good enough for Manchester United if you want to get back along Europeans' best. Let's be honest. I mean, obviously Anthony Martial started the game on the substitutes bench, but how the hell can a bloke like that be getting 250 grand a week? I mean, it's absolutely obscene at a club like Manchester United. They're the only dopes that would pay a guy like that sort of money. I mean, we've seen Jesse Lingard on the bench again. He's another player that could have started the game, but none of these players are at the level that you would consider to be challengers for Champions Leagues and Premier Leagues. Martial and Jesse Lingard are what they are, squad men. They're not good enough to be starting week in, week out, to be honest. and Manchester United are paying these players vast sums of money to be starting games for Manchester United when they shouldn't be starting games for Manchester United. And yes, they haven't started tonight, but just shouldn't be starting games for Manchester United. And we've really got to do an upgrade in the summer in order to be more ruthless going forward, to actually test the stake in goal for future games against the likes of Barcelona, where we really didn't test Barcelona enough tonight, I don't think, in terms of going forward. But we don't have them forwards of yesteryear like we did the last time we beat Barcelona in 2008. We had good forwards and we only just beat them. We had the likes of Wayne Rooney, Carlos Tevez and Cristiano Ronaldo. That was top of the tree forwards, and Manchester United don't even have one player of near the quality of them three players in the attack. It is just upsetting. I mean, when I actually saw the team sheet tonight, I just felt like giving up. So I thought, you know, this just doesn't excite me. This team, it just doesn't fill me with any joy going into it. I'm watching the game just being so down that the team just doesn't look good on paper, and just isn't a team that just is enjoyable for me to even see. Big things are going to be needed obviously in the summer. A clinical goal scoring striker is definitely needed for this Manchester United team. Whereas some people maybe think the midfield was good tonight, two midfielders are definitely needed for Manchester United. You can't be starting. No disrespect to McTominay, he's done a decent job in recent weeks, but you can't be starting Fred and McTominay. They're squad players for Manchester United, and then you've still got the right wing to sort out. Then you've got two centre halves are needed, and a right back. It's going to be a difficult road ahead, but cannot be playing the likes of Ashley Young again for Manchester United anymore. I really wish this was the last time we'd see Ashley Young. The only saving grace is that he's banned for the game against West Ham at the weekend, but will Manchester United even be good enough to beat West Ham? I really don't know, to be honest. We're not scoring many goals and we never keep clean sheets, so what do you expect from Manchester United at the moment? I mean, West Ham are pretty woeful, but we just have to wait and see. But Manchester United are as good as out for me in this Champions League this time around. We're not having another one of them miracles again. That was a one-off. I mean, PSG made far too many mistakes in that second leg, and how they threw that away is just beyond me. But Barcelona will not do that. They'll keep the ball. They'll probably put a couple past Manchester United at the new camp and see it off. And fair play to them. They've got better players than Manchester United, a much better squad. And to be honest, would any of this Manchester United team, even though Manchester United have competed against this team tonight and I've only lost by that own goal, would any of them Barcelona players drop out for a Manchester United player? I mean, it is very asking any of their Manchester United players to get into that Barcelona team, maybe Paul Pogba, and on his day maybe De Gea, but that is about it. I mean, maybe on his day Rashford, but Rashford doesn't score enough goals for Manchester United. I don't know, but hardly any of these players would even get in the Barcelona team, so you can't be too down in the dump that Manchester United have lost are going to go out to this team. Basically, it's expected. We're expecting it. We just got to try and sort some of these problems out in the summer and at least be competitive in the top four next season, because we're not even being that. And this, to be honest, I don't barely competitive in the top four. At least cement our place in and around there for next season. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on the game this evening. Do you think Manchester United even have a slight chance of getting through? I personally don't. I never did from the start. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll talk to you all again soon. See ya.